Y'all look at my face. I cannot believe this shit. Like, they really tried to kidnap me in Africa.
She went for a vacation and she got kidnapped. Luckily for her, she was able to escape from the kidnappers, but with a lot of bruises on her body. She went back to the hotel and the hotel refused to call the police. They refused to show her the security footage and they didn't even believe that it happened in the hotel. They're trying to convince her that she didn't get kidnapped in the hotel. But then she got kidnapped in the hotel. Let's watch this video together, then I'll share my thoughts at the end of the video.
Y'all look at my face. I cannot believe this shit. Like, they really tried to kidnap me in Africa. And if that shit happened to me, I know it happens to other people. And I just was blessed enough to get away. But all right, so when I came out here Friday. Friday night was cool. Saturday night we went out. I'm not a party person, so like an hour into the club, I'm like, I always do this, nothing new. I'm like, all right, I'm going to the hotel. It's hella taxis outside. It's a lot of people out there. So the taxi brings me back to the hotel. I come upstairs. Well, no, I go to the front desk because I needed a key. My key, I don't know what my key was, but I went to the front desk to get a key. So they gave me a key. I come upstairs. Then I'm like, dang it, ain't no tissue. I go back downstairs. I go to the front desk. Y'all, that is the last thing I remember, being at the front desk. The next thing I remember is waking up in the back of a car. I start freaking out. Like, I'm trying to get out. And once I get out, this guy, this shit is blurry. I thought the front desk, all that shit is blurry. I don't know what woke me up. I don't know what they gave me, what they did to me. I don't know. The last thing I remember is being at the lobby. So, the guy, he get out the car. We're tussling. We fucking, like, I'm fucking fighting for my life. Like, I'm really, like, all I can think about was my kids. Like, man, I gotta get back home to my kids. I'm really fighting for my life. Like, this punching me. Y'all can see, like, he's trying to telling me, shut up. I was not, like, giving up wasn't an option. Like, I really was fighting for my life. So I managed to get away by the grace of God. I don't even know how I really got away. It's all woods. I just started running. I did not look back. I'm running fast as shit to where I could see cars and lights. I'm running fast as shit, but this shit is blurry. I don't know what they gave me or did to me. So once I get, I finally was able to wave somebody down and get some help. A taxi brought me back to the hotel, right? So, okay, y'all, I'm in the airport, so I'm gonna keep talking about it though before I forget. So the taxi brings me back to the hotel. So I'm running in. I tell Queen, y'all, I'm with Queen, so just keep up with me. I tell Queen, I'm like, they fucking me. She telling me I'm yelling out shit, like, I was fighting for my life. Woody. She like, you just was you was in distraught, like you was in shock. You was crying and all that stuff. So, she got until she asked in the hotel, y'all. The hotel would not show us no videos. They were just not helping us. They did not call the police for me. They did not give a how I know the hotel has something to do with it, because it just doesn't make sense. So what they're saying, right? They're trying to say that I never came back to the hotel. Like, once out their words of their mouth, they said I got snatched from the club. For one, how the you know I was at the club? Two, if I got snatched at the club, where in the club I have this purse, I'm recording with this phone in the club. Like, we're having a ball. I got this purse on and I'm recording this phone. How the fuck did my stuff get back in the room if I never came back? He keep trying to say, y'all, it's just so much. It's just so much. But when I say I was fighting for my life, like, they did not expect for me to make it back to that hotel. I was never supposed to come back to the hotel, yo. I was never supposed to come back. Then, you know what I'm saying, once I'm back, everybody, they looking so crazy. Everybody looking so crazy. Queen go back downstairs. Nobody wants to talk to her. Nobody, we don't want to talk to you. Now, nobody know no English. And for y'all to keep telling me that I never came there after the club, yes, the f did. Yes, I know I did. But if I didn't come back after the club, right? Or if I, you know what I'm saying, if I didn't come back after the club, how the f my stuff in? And say if I didn't, you know what I'm saying, what they saying, if I didn't, if I got taken from the club, or if I willingly walked out of the hotel, you're gonna show me. You were so pressed to show me running in while it was light time, distraught. That's the only video they showed. But when I'm running in, I have no purse, I have no phone. You know why? Because my shit was upstairs, because I was upstairs. Man, this shit is so stressful. I don't even know what to do, how to go about this, who to say nothing to. I don't know. I don't know. I did not come here like this. All of this right here is all over my body. Okay, y'all, and then it's just a lot of weird shit going on. Like, the manager decided, remind me this happened Saturday night, Sunday morning. Once I got back to the hotel from escaping, I stayed in my room. I didn't want to go nowhere. I had booked a flight. You know, the next available flight was in the day. You think they came and checked on me? You think he asked? You know why the police showed up? Do y'all know why the police showed up? The police showed up because the hotel said Queen was being disruptive and, like, you know what I'm saying, down there being too loud and shit, yelling at them, disrespecting them and shit. They never knew nothing I was talking about pertaining to me, or nothing she was telling to me. I had to call the embassy, the U.S. embassy. They came and they brought their own police officers. And then even the guys that was police that night kept telling Queen, oh, come with him. Go with him to make a report. Go with him to make a report. We showed the real police that the embassy brought, and he said that's not one of our guys. What the fuck? Like, I cannot make this shit up. And then the manager, I got a picture of him, y'all. He telling me, oh, it was just, so Monday, we going downstairs to talking shit so he could show us the cameras. He tell me, can you just stay in the room? And she go, we like, no, we not, like, nobody going nowhere by themselves. Y'all janky. He asked me, he like, you got some sunglasses, or like, can you cover up? No, I want everybody to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, it happened here, from here. I know for a fact I was in here. Y'all keep trying to tell me I wasn't here. But how did my purse that I had at the club, which I'm on camera in the club with my phone in my purse, so then when I get back to the hotel, I don't have no phone and no purse. That's what they showing me. I don't have no phone, no purse. I don't even have shoes on. But my shit is upstairs. Then he like, oh, this was an accident. What the fuck do you mean it was an accident? This is the craziest shit I've ever been in my life. I travel a lot. It's not my first time out the country. It's not my second time out the country. I travel a lot. And the hotel won't show all the videos. If y'all innocent, just show the videos. You were so pressed to show me, oh, this is when she came back in. That's what they try to do. Oh, this is when she came back in. After I got into all that, you know what I'm saying? No, the fuck. It's not when I came back in. Y'all didn't expect me to come back in. That shit crazy.
I know she got kidnapped at the hotel because she's not dumb, right? She came back from the club and went straight to her room and came to the reception, and she doesn't remember anything anymore. The next thing, we don't even know how she got drugged. Probably there's something on the, maybe she kind of put her hand somewhere and they already drugged the place, or they just tried to, you know, inject something. We don't know. Anything could have happened. And it all happened in the hotel. When we go for vacation, these people, they know when you're a foreigner in that country, and all eyes on you. Everybody's looking at you. Like, who are you? If they are doing something very fishy in that location or in that hotel, you're going to be the very first target, because you cannot speak their language, especially countries that they speak a language that you do not speak at all, that you have to use Google Translator to understand proper conversation, right? You are the very first target, and they can easily sell you out to anybody. That's why when we're traveling to all this kind of country, you need to do a lot of research. A lot of the place you're going to stay must be very safe. Must be like, no matter how expensive that hotel is, make sure you're staying there. Don't compromise and say, I just want to spend 5 days in this country. Why should I spend so amount of money in a hotel? Spend it, because you might be paying for extra security in that hotel. And I actually personally feel like staying in Airbnb in a country that you cannot speak their language is actually very scary. For some people that stays in Airbnbs in countries that you cannot speak their language, because Airbnb is going to be located in a residence area, and you don't even know what's happening in that area, because I believe that in all countries there are dangerous areas, and there are areas whereby people tell you don't go to that side at a particular time of the night, don't dress a certain way at the particular, every area or every country has that thing, right? So if you cannot speak their language and you're staying in Airbnb and you're staying among the residents, you don't even know what they're talking about, because once you come out of your room, they see you. Once you come out of your taxi, probably you went out, they know that you're new, you're not one of them, and all eyes gonna be on you. They want to know. One if I want to even hear your country. Oh, you're from the US. She has money. They want to kidnap you and take all your money or even steal from you. Most of them were gonna drug, put something in the drink and all of that, just to come to your room and search. So I personally feel like these hotel people, they have hand in this, because why are you not showing the full security footage and you're making her sound like she's insane? She know what she, as in, if she got kidnapped at the club, where's her bag and her phone? Like, so her bag and her phone is in the room because she came back after the club, but she only came down to check for something, and that's the last thing she could remember. But now you cannot call the police, you can't call anything. You're trying to make her feel like she got kidnapped at the club, or maybe because you went clubbing, that is why you got kidnapped.
I cannot believe this shit. Like, they really tried to kidnap me in Africa.
Now, I'm sure most of you have seen that video from that young lady and her traumatic experience, but if you have not seen it, I will link the video below so that you can go and watch the video in its entirety and she can explain and you can hear what happened to her. But basically, she was fortunate enough to be able to escape and fight her way from a potential kidnapper while she was on vacation. So I just want to talk to everybody about how to stay safe, especially as women when we go to foreign countries, right? So in her video, after the kidnapping situation and after she escaped and went back to her hotel, she mentioned the fact that her and her friends tried to get the hotel to contact the authorities, but the hotel refused to contact the authorities and was swearing up and down that she was not kidnapped in the hotel when she was in fact kidnapped at the hotel, and that they refused to show her security footage and all those things. When you are traveling to a country, first of all, you need to look into the country and see what is going on in that country, in that area. If there's been situations like that at those hotels, more than likely it's going to be listed somewhere. There is going to be It's going to be listed somewhere about kidnappings or areas that it happens in the most, or things of that nature, the most dangerous areas, okay? So you want to be aware of that. Second, you need to be aware of how to get in contact with local authorities yourself. Do not rely on the hotel or locals or anything of that nature. You yourself need to be able to get in contact with local authorities. You need to know how to do so. Okay, if you have the ability. And second, you need to get in you need to also know how to contact the U.S. Embassy. So like in her situation, they refused to contact the authorities. Now, let's say they did contact the authorities, and then the authorities come, and then they also do not want to assist you. Call the embassy. You are a tax-paying U.S. citizen. Call them people. Call them. Report them. I'm telling you, like, as women, we have to be aware of our surroundings. And when you find yourself in these situations, what are you going to do? You need to know avenues and things to get help, to get you help. You know what I'm saying? Because in that situation, the first call would have been to the embassy. Like, and local authorities, because, and then if they're like, oh, I'm not calling the cops. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to call the embassy. That's fine. I'm going to call the embassy because I want to see the tapes. And also, I know a lot of times people want to go and get the local experience. I don't know what this hotel looks like. I think it's a upper echelon type of hotel from the name of it. But I'm not staying at nowhere where, one, either I don't speak the language, or it's just somewhere I've just legit never been, that don't have security cameras. Run it back. So the fact that they wouldn't allow her to see the footage, they wouldn't call the cops. A lot of times, these employees at these resorts be in on these situations. They be in on it. So that's why it is imperative that y'all are staying in places where it's easier to hold them accountable. Like, I know what people hate chain hotels and stuff like that, but it's easier to hold people to an account. And secondly, and lastly, never go anywhere by yourself. And I know this sounds crazy, even just walking around the hotel, right? You should be able to walk around the hotel by yourself. You should be able to go down to the lobby by yourself. But if you know you're in an area where things like this occur, no, you cannot. You don't go anywhere by yourself. The buddy system, I know there's solo travelers, and I would hope that solo travelers are taking whatever precautions need to be taken. But if you are in a group and you have the ability to travel in at least pairs, then do so. Stop going around by yourself. We need to stop going to countries that we've never been to and not looking into them outside of the fun activities. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We need to do a real investigation into the places that we're going. I will tell you, like, as far as like the military is concerned, every time we hit a port, what do we get? We get a port brief. We get a brief about the country, what's going on in the country, areas that we need to stay away from, and customs in those countries, so that, one, we can be respectful of the people and their land and the things that we're going to do, how we're supposed to dress. I know a lot of times Americans love to go to places and they just think, well, in America, we can do this. In a lot of countries, you can't do certain things. So how we need to dress, how we need to conduct ourselves, how we need to move, places we need to stay away from. Okay? And it also doesn't hurt to learn a few words in that language, a few keywords. So if people are talking around you, you can kind of pick up. You don't need to be able to understand full conversations, right? But just a few keywords. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's my little TED Talk. Y'all be safe out there. All right, bye.
traveling to a different country or a different state in your country can be very dangerous because you're not going to be used to what is going on in that place, in that city, in that country. So aside from searching for the fun parts or where are the places that is going to be fun that I want to attend in this country that I'm going, also look for the places you have to avoid. And yes, there are always reviews on hotels online if you're the one that book your hotel yourself, and make sure you always do all those things by yourself so that you can have insight. Like there's some places that it might be so fine, and once you check the reviews, you see that a lot of people are like, I don't feel safe, I don't feel safe, don't even go there, don't go there. You don't have to. And if you're traveling alone, there's nothing wrong with traveling alone, but you have to be extra careful. And when you're traveling alone, you always make sure you don't let people around or people you meet that you're alone, that you travel alone. I feel like that's one security important thing you need to put in place. Don't let people know that you're alone. If you're traveling alone, nobody, in fact, the hotel people should not even know that you're alone. Like you don't. You're not alone. You didn't come here alone. You have friends, you have people around. Because once they know that you're alone, there's problem. You are targets as a woman, as a black woman. I just feel like it's even worse for black women. It's more dangerous for us. Anyways, you guys, what's your take on this video? Can you share your thoughts about this video down in the comment section? Respectfully, as always, you get married, David, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.